Debbie Bampton, a prominent figure in women's football, made significant contributions to the English national team and to club football, particularly during the 1980s and 1990s. Renowned for her leadership, technical skills, and versatility, Bampton became one of the most influential players in the history of English women's football. In this biography, we will explore her early years, career peak, major achievements, and later years, shedding light on how she shaped the game for future generations. Early life and introduction to football. Debbie Bampton was born on December 19, 1964, in the United Kingdom. She was raised in a family where football was a significant part of the community, and her natural athleticism quickly surfaced. Bampton began playing football at a young age and initially joined a local team, where her skills on the ball were immediately noticeable. Her passion for the game only grew as she honed her skills, and it wasn't long before she joined higher-level clubs that recognized her talent. During her early years, Bampton was a trailblazer for female footballers, with few opportunities available at the time compared to the men's game. Women's football was not as widely recognized or supported, and Bampton faced numerous challenges in a time when the sport was still fighting for visibility. Nevertheless, her determination and commitment to the sport pushed her to succeed, despite these obstacles. Early career and breakthrough. Bampton's career truly began to take off in the late 1970s and early 1980s when she joined the renowned club Doncaster Belles. The Belles were one of the top teams in England at the time, and her performances there began to establish her as a key player. Her technical abilities, vision on the field, and leadership qualities quickly made her a central figure in the team. At Doncaster, Bampton learned how to balance both attacking and defensive roles, which would define her versatility as a player. As she continued to develop as a player, Bampton also made her mark on the international scene. In 1985, she earned her first cap for the England women's national team, marking the beginning of a distinguished international career. Her calm demeanor, ability to read the game, and passing accuracy allowed her to shine in the midfield, making her an essential part of the England team for over a decade. Career peak and major achievements. The peak of Debbie Bampton's career occurred during the late 1980s and early 1990s, a period when women's football in England began to gain significant attention. She was a key player for the England women's national team, contributing to several important victories and tournaments. One of her most significant accomplishments came during the 1989 UEFA Women's Championship. At the 1989 tournament, Bampton played a crucial role in leading the English team to victory in what was one of the earliest major triumphs in women's football history. She showcased her ability to control the midfield, break up opposition attacks, and set up offensive plays. Her leadership and tactical awareness were pivotal as England won the tournament, securing their place as one of the top teams in Europe. This victory marked a key moment in the history of women's football in England, with Bampton at the heart of the achievement. Beyond her international success, Bampton's club career continued to flourish. After her time with Doncaster Belles, she moved to Millwall Lionesses, where she continued to be an influential figure in English club football. Her ability to adapt to different playing styles and her leadership skills were key attributes that ensured she remained at the top of her game. By the early 1990s, Bampton was widely regarded as one of the best midfielders in the world. Last years and retirement. After a long and successful career at both the domestic and international levels, Debbie Bampton eventually retired from professional football in the mid-1990s. Her retirement came after a distinguished international career with 90 caps for England, a remarkable achievement during a time when opportunities for female players were still growing. During the final years of her playing career, Bampton continued to give back to the sport by working as a coach and mentor, passing on her knowledge to future generations. She worked with various teams, helping to nurture young talent and develop the technical and leadership qualities that had made her such a successful player. Her work as a coach was aimed at furthering the growth of women's football in England, and she was committed to ensuring that the sport would continue to thrive long after her playing days ended. Bampton's legacy as a player and mentor lives on, and she has continued to inspire young girls and boys to take up the sport. Her impact on English women's football is immeasurable, as she not only helped elevate the status of the game but also laid the foundation for the growth of the women's football community in the UK. Recognition and legacy. Debbie Bampton's influence on football goes far beyond the pitch. As one of the early trailblazers for women's football in England, she helped set the stage for the progress that the sport has made in the decades following her retirement. Her impact is still felt today, as her legacy continues to inspire future generations of players who aspire to achieve similar success. In recognition of her achievements, Bampton has been inducted into various halls of fame and received accolades for her contributions to women's football. She remains a prominent figure in discussions about the history of women's sport, particularly in England, where her influence helped the game gain recognition and respect. Bampton's leadership both on and off the field has solidified her place as one of the most important figures in the history of women's football in the UK. Her pioneering role has played an essential part in changing the way people view women's football, contributing to its eventual rise in popularity around the world. Conclusion: Debbie Bampton's career is a testament to the dedication, hard work, and passion needed to succeed in a sport that, at the time of her rise, did not offer the same resources or recognition that it does today. Her skill on the ball, her leadership qualities, and her ability to influence the game have made her one of the most important figures in the history of women's football. From her early days playing in local clubs to leading the England national team to international glory, Bampton's story is one of breaking barriers and setting new standards for female athletes. Her legacy continues to inspire and influence the current generation of players, who owe much of the progress made in women's football to the groundwork laid by pioneers like Debbie Bampton. Her contributions to the sport have earned her a permanent place in the history of English football.